Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the imperfections within filmmaking and how you can often worry far too much about the imperfections that go on. So one of my favourite TV shows out there in the history of television is Fawlty Towers, right? And it's a sitcom, 2 series, right? And I've watched it so many times, to the point now where when I watch it, I'm spotting new little imperfections all the time. I'm spotting the shadow of the boom pole. I'm spotting the little shake of the tripod. I'm noticing that the set is really like flimsy. If someone hits a wall, the whole wall shakes. I'm noticing little things like that, right? And I got me thinking, when I first watched this, I still saw all of that. I still interpreted all of those little imperfections, and yet it didn't get in the way of my enjoyment of the show. It didn't stop me from enjoying it. And so many of your favourite films, so many of your favourite TV series have these little technical flaws. Some of the best mixed albums out there have that background hiss if you listen with good enough headphones. So many of your favourite films have a few scenes of bad audio. The film that I want to make a point about is Dark City. It came out in 1998, and it's a whole sci-fi thing, kind of cyberpunk. And one of the things that happens in it is a nightclub scene. And what I noticed about this nightclub scene, the first time I watched it, right, was just how bad the audio was. It was fucking atrocious. It was terrible, this audio, honest to God. It genuinely sounded like student film level of awful. Like hiss and like audio cuts from cut to cut. It was really bad. And it got me thinking, how did they even allow that to get past? Do you know why they allowed it to get past? Because the scene's really good. Because the film as a whole needs that scene. And nobody, from what I've seen of criticism of Dark City, has ever noticed this one scene, has ever commented on the scene, how it took them out of the film. One thing that I do with my films is, you see the lav mic here, right? I tend to just keep the lav mic on quite visibly and all that kind of stuff. The reason that I do that all the time is for one very simple reason. I'd rather have good audio and have the audio source visible on the screen than risk having bad audio and hide it underneath here. Do you want to be listening to that all day? Because I certainly don't, right? I don't want to risk that. So I would rather just have it out here, okay? And if it takes you out of the film, it takes you out of the thing, then it takes you out of the thing. The reason it took you out of the thing was because you weren't enjoying it anyway. You didn't want to be watching this thing. You were kind of stuck watching it. Maybe someone put it on, you weren't really enjoying it. Or maybe you just chucked it on, you weren't really enjoying it. And once you sort of see that thing that takes you out of it and is like that one thing that's like, right, I'm not enjoying this, and that was the thing that pushed me over the edge. You weren't enjoying it anyway, so don't worry so much about it. And if people aren't going to enjoy your thing, don't worry about little technical imperfections like that. Obviously try and make sure you have good sound, audible audio, and like decent visuals and stuff like that. I'm not saying just like put no effort in, certainly put effort in, but don't worry so much about this stuff, because if someone turns it off because of a little camera wobble or a little bit of an audio clip or whatever, they're not enjoying your thing anyway, and they were looking for an excuse to turn it off. And if it weren't that, then it would have been the next scene that they turned it off, right? They just didn't give a shit, and that's fine. It's okay for certain people to not care about the thing that you want, because you're not making films, you're not making music, you're not making entertainment to appease everybody. You're making it for the sake of fulfilling your creative vision, and if people like that creative vision, then they can get on board, no matter what the imperfections are, because the imperfections are part of the personality of the thing. I watch so many little documentaries and stuff that have like scenes and bits of audio that are kind of crap, that you need it to be kind of crap because it's like undercover or whatever, and that's kind of part of what's going on. You know, they have like a little body cam and they're going to meet someone. Like, I'm not expecting that to be like this big cinematic thing, because if it were, then it would kind of take me out of it and it would make me think that it's fake, right? So you don't need to have the best technical thing. Sometimes having the best technical prowess isn't the ideal. Sometimes having something that's a bit more lo-fi, a little bit more gritty and down to earth and low budget is actually more beneficial to the project than having something that's like massive and big with like loads of boom audio and you know, set design and all that kind of stuff. You don't always need that. Sometimes you do, but not always. And if you can make stuff with the limitations that you have towards the budgets that you're capable of providing, then you will be making better content, more suitable content for the audiences that you're trying to approach, and they'll be more creatively fulfilling because it will feel like you rather than feeling like you trying to copy your inspirations and that kind of thing. So that's basically the core of the video. So thank you so much for watching this one. If you've noticed that this one was a little bit shaky, that was kind of the point of it. I'm not saying that you're shaking it at all. You're actually incredibly fucking stable with it. Like, holy, you're like a chicken with, like, you know how the chicken has the head and like they hold a chicken, they say that a chicken is the ultimate gimbal because the head never moves. It's kind of like that, but if you notice a single wobble, right, did it take you out of it? No, because you enjoy this content anyway. So thank you for enjoying this content. Thank you for enjoying the things that I do. Thank you for being a part of this. I love you all. Please leave your comments below about your thoughts on this topic. Do you think that I'm completely wrong? If so, please tell me why. Do you think I'm completely right? If so, well, you don't need to tell me why, because it's evident from the video. So that's basically it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.